only bourbon fans.
And my sister met us, and she's in town for my nephew's baptism. And we bumped into my brother-in-law's brother. So him and his wife were there, and we were going to see them the next day at the baptism. We're getting together. I was pretty drunk, and I was like, dude, I know you got those Blantons. Can you bring one of those Blantons? Let's do a little tasting tomorrow. And I was like, just kind of shooting the shit with him. And he's like, yeah, I'll bring it. So he was kind of running a little bit late, and we're supposed to leave in 30 minutes or so. And they got there, and he had the Blantons in the hand. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I even asked him to bring that. I was like, why did I even ask him to bring his Blantons? And he walks in, he gives me a hug. He's a great dude. And he just shoves it in my hand. He's like, here you go, take it. So I walk it into the kitchen quick, and I put it down. I'm like, I'm not drinking this by myself. That'll be weird. And he comes in, and he's like, did you taste it yet? I'm like, no, I don't want to do it by myself. He's like, oh, let's do it. Let's go. But next thing you know, just about every person in that room wanted to have a taste of it. And I'm like, oh my God. I think it was like 7 of us, and Nana included. My dad, his wife wanted it. My wife wanted it. Somebody else my sister wanted it, who took a sip and then dumped it into my dad's glass, because my dad she kind of cringed when she took it. My dad's like, here. And then she dumped it right at my dad. But I felt so bad because 6 people were taking a shot of his Blantons. I was like, later on, I'm like, dude, I opened a whole can of worms. I'm sorry about that. He's like, no, dude, I was going to give it to you. Don't worry. I'm like, I'm not taking your Blantons, dude. Come on. But I thought it was kind of funny because I was like, oh man, is that bad Blanton etiquette possibly? Or was it good?
I think
because everybody got to enjoy it, and we cheers to my nephew, who was going to be getting a baptism after that.
I think that's one of those things with bourbon, though. I think it's very much, and I'm very much this way. I don't know if you guys are. Is if I have a bottle of something and I have people around me, whether they drink bourbon or not, I want them to taste it with me, and I want them to drink it with me, and I want to see how they are, and I want to share it with them, and I want to see if they like it, because regardless if it's an expensive allocated bottle or if it's something that I just picked up off the shelf, I want someone to drink and enjoy with me. And that's I look forward to it. I always look forward to it. Like last weekend when we were in the Poconos, I had the Wiseman with me, and we had just done the tasting of it. And my father-in-law and my brother-in-law, they both don't really drink bourbon. And I said, do you guys want to try it with me? And both of them said, yeah, I'll taste it. And my brother-in-law, he didn't really like it, which is fine. I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Sarah's dad, my father-in-law, loved it. He thought it was great. And that's the thing. I like people tasting it and then opening it up to them, and then them saying, you know what, I like this stuff. And then I get a bourbon drinking buddy out of it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to have a glass of bourbon with Vinny? That's hard to say no to.
I actually like letting people taste the bourbons that I like.
Yeah.
So that's why I was excited for Vinny just now to try the Booker's, because I want you to see. I think it's amazing, so I want you to see how amazing it is.
And I agree, it is amazing. I got a little bourbon boner over it.
Bourbon,
but it's also it is a little bit easier though for you because you have it already. So that's like an extra bottle. So you don't.
The funny thing is, I've actually never had that one.
Oh, that one you haven't had. Okay.
No, that's why when he said that he's at the store with that.
But by me, Blanton's, you're not getting it for MSRP. So that is a little bit different. You know what I mean? There is a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
get it again. He has a couple bottles, but and he's a good dude. He doesn't he was whatever. I just was was that bad etiquette right there?
I think in some ways it makes you want to share it, right? If someone comes over, Bland's probably the first thing I'm going to try to give them if they haven't had it before, because they may not get a chance to really try it anywhere else, So yeah, I think that's probably maybe normal. I don't know.
Right.
I agree. I do the same thing. It's I go for my if somebody comes over, I go for my most sought after bottles. Even though they're some people think oh, Eagles Rare sucks, or Blanton sucks. Well, whatever. I mean, it's still something that's hard to get that people might not have a chance to get, a taste of. So
right.
I like doing the same thing.
We may have a lot of new friends after this episode.
Fanboy has expanded.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
do
going
have
over
to ask
Heisy's
the
house if he's
question.
giving out plans.
What's that?
I'm going over Heisy's house if he's giving out plans.
I do have to ask the question now to Zach. Are you a Blanton's fanboy now?
Probably,
One of us.
it is the second time I've had it. So I did like it the first time. I sampled it with Albert next to the Stag. I thought the Stag was better. I thought it was Blanton's was really good, but Uncle Mike thought the Blanton's was better. So, but it was the second time I had it. So I'll be a fanboy. That's fine. If it's good, it's good, right?